Hello, and welcome to Every Day is Funny, the meditative morning show about newspaper comics. If you're just joining us, welcome. We're about to enter month 2 of the podcast. And just to surmise, if you're just joining us, my name is Adam Oppenheimer, and this is the show where I deliver some musings up top, things I've been thinking about, and then I read and dissect newspaper comics every morning. And some big news as we enter month 2 and look forward to the future of the show. We are now on Apple Podcasts. That's a biggie. Been trying to get that going for a while. We're on Discord. Every Day is Funny. I'll try and add that to the everydayisfunny.com website. And as I mentioned yesterday, I also started up a Spotify playlist, the official Every Day is Funny playlist, where every day I will add a new track that continues the vibe of this show. So you have something to listen to and keep you going for the rest of the day. So that's everything up top. I would say as we enter month 2, if you've enjoyed the show at all, or if you're just listening and enjoy it today, I would very much appreciate sharing the show, reviewing the show, liking it, checking it out on all its platforms. I'm getting all of the episodes uploaded to our YouTube channel, so everything's up to date moving forward. And yeah, I just want to make a fun community of people who enjoy the show, want to join in the discussion, and we'll see how much it grows. I also would like to briefly plug a new podcast that was just released that I'm a part of called The Spoofcast, where a friend and I, Steve Pips, review the world of spoof movies. So please go check that out on Spotify. Also, I thought, moving forward into month 2, it is time for another installment of the Every Day is Funny caption contest, where I generate an AI image based on a prompt and invite all of y'all to submit whatever caption you think of. And we got great feedback last time, a lot of submissions, and so I have generated our second image. And I'll put that in the Instagram post, and you can also find it at everydayisfunny.com. Scroll down and click on the caption contest page. And let me briefly describe what I've generated this time. So the prompt I put in, which generated this image, is a cowboy in an outdoor pool. And it delivered. This is a great looking photo. We have a cowboy in a very seemingly secluded, in the middle of nowhere outdoor pool. And he's waving to the camera. And it feels like a great setup for some user submitted punchlines. So go to everydayisfunny.com, submit your captions, and let's get it going again. I think this is going to bring about some great stuff. And as we enter month 2, I just want to say thank you for listening. I'm really enjoying doing this, and I hope you'll keep listening as we continue to grow this thing. All right, let's get to the comics. Let's start our second month off with some Dennis the Menace. Okay, we see Dennis and his mom at a doctor's appointment. The doctor says Dennis is due for his booster shot. Dennis says to his mom, "You think I'm short of energy?" Very funny. Now, Dennis seems to truly not understand what a booster shot is, which is fine. If you ask me to define it, I'd probably have a little trouble as well. What I will say is Dennis is kind of a master manipulator. If I know anything about Dennis, he's quite a smart trickster for his age. He knows a lot that he's not letting on. So this does seem like a bit of a gap in his knowledge base, if he can't even take a guess as to what a booster shot is. Like he's tricking his neighbor through very devious means. So you would think maybe in all that scheming, but I suppose why would he know? It's not like you need to know what a booster shot is to terrorize your neighbor. Couldn't hurt though. It is weird to just have normal, like, kid humor with a menace. It's weird to not see Dennis being a menace. Because in these scenarios, he's just like any other kid. But you and I know the truth. The kid's trouble. And I wonder if the doc knew what kind of trouble Dennis caused. He would be like, we shouldn't give this kid doesn't deserve a booster shot. Like, we're spending resources on this kid. That booster shot could go to a much nicer child out there. And maybe Dennis is misunderstood in some regards, but does he earn the booster shot? All right, let's move on to Blondie. All right, we see Dagwood walking down a hallway with his boss. Dagwood says, "Boss, word has it you already fired that young guy, fresh out of business school." The boss says, "He was fresh all right. Right off the bat, he told me I'm probably too old to cut the mustard in today's competitive environment." Then we cut outside to a hot dog stand. The man says, "1 hot dog?" Dagwood's there. He says, "Yep, with double mustard." I really don't understand this. Is this the guy? He's running a hot dog stand, or is the hot dog stand just totally separate? Is Dagwood's boss in charge of a hot dog stand? I really don't get it. This might be the most I've been confused at any comic we've ever read. Right off the bat, he told me I'm probably too old to cut the mustard. Which, first off, was this comic written in... I know it's an old comic, but I think this strip is current. Who says cut the mustard anymore? Can somebody write in and tell me what I'm missing here? Or maybe just the boss saying the phrase cut the mustard made Dagwood hungry, and he just went to get a hot dog, and this man running a hot dog stand is totally unrelated? Fascinating. I truly have no idea. I can't stay on this too long. It's going to keep confusing me. All right, Rex Morgan time. Yesterday, we were following middle schooler Corey as he was being bullied with his friend Parker. Let's see if they're still getting bullied. Yes, they're still getting bullied. The headline: Corey and Parker confront a bully. Corey says, "Dude, if Shorty and Beanpole is the best you can do, you really need to work on your insult skills." Parker says, "It's not a bad comedy duo name though. A little dated, but it's got a certain ring to it." Then the bully says, "You two are just a couple of freaks." Corey says, "Freaks are cool, right?" Parker says, "Gooba Gaba, one of us." Okay, wow. Interesting. Now, I got very excited just then because in a past comic, a few days ago, I referenced the 1920s movie Freaks, and now this comic, through what Parker's saying, Gooba Gaba, one of us, is a reference to that same movie. So that's some weird kismet stuff. Now, I don't know why a middle schooler in a modern day comic is referencing a movie from the 1920s. But then again, why is a morning show host referencing that same movie from the 1920s? So I shouldn't really be judging. Still though, I find it odd. Okay, but going back to the beginning here, Corey started strong. Yesterday he was saying some weird stuff, but today he's coming up strong. He's saying like, dude, that's the best you can call us, Shorty and Beanpole? You're not a good bully. Like, just tearing him down, being direct. That's good stuff. And then Parker follows that up with, it's not a bad comedy duo name, though. Like, Parker, Corey's standing up to this guy. Why are you suddenly, like, hyping up the bully by saying, like, but you had a pretty good idea there? I don't like that. I think Parker should be expelled. I don't know. Yeah, toss him out of the school. Who needs Parker? The world doesn't need Parker. I don't want to be mean to the kid, but... Now, panel 2, the bully calls them a couple of freaks. Corey says, freaks are cool, right? That's a pretty good comeback as well, especially given the look on his face is just like, whatever. And then Parker ruins it again with this freaks reference, like just acting weird. Like, I applaud Corey today. He's sticking up for himself, he's being direct, confronting the bully. But Parker, man, you gotta be a better friend. Stop saying weird stuff that the bully's just gonna get confused about more. Also, final thing, why do we not need a background for panel 2? Like, is it that hard to just throw in another school backdrop or even just something gray? I don't understand why the characters can exist in just this strange purgatory. The author doesn't feel the need to finish the comic in any way. I'd rather have a pure gray backdrop than Parker referencing the movie Freaks. Let's check the comments. Ignatz Mouse says, okay, I have a hard time believing that junior high school kids are aware of the Todd Browning movie. See, I agree. This seems like such a strange reference for a middle schooler. I mean, look at Parker. To be fair, this kid is probably going home, sitting alone, and watching movies from the 20s. Like, that's not that far-fetched to me, but I don't know. It's a strange reference. All right, let me think of what to comment. Okay. I'm gonna say, later on, Parker says, hey Corey, it was cool when I referenced the 1920s movie Freaks, right? Corey says, Parker, maybe let's not hang out anymore. Because, like, you need a good friend to, like, back you up in these bully moments. And these references aren't gonna do anything to tear down a bully. It just makes you seem lamer, Parker. Be a better friend. All right. Let's wind down for this Thursday, May 30th. Again, please go like the show, share it, subscribe on Apple Podcasts now, and go to everydayisfunny.com to submit to our second ever caption contest. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and remember, every day is funny.